You know, it seems like there's always something interesting to look forward to when it comes to video games, gaming consoles, and just gaming life in general. There's always something to kind of put out there and go, hey, you know, I'm really looking forward to that. And we continue to get that from Sony in a big way. One of the things that I think everybody's looking forward to is the fact that they're probably going to have a showcase in a very short amount of time, which means we're going to be getting announcements for games that are going to be coming, and I think that's going to be a good thing for everybody. I mean, obviously, why would you think otherwise? One of the things that I also believe is we're going to see how a E3 type show should really go, in my opinion. I mean, so far, to be honest with you, a lot of the times when we see these types of shows and things like that, they don't go exactly how you would expect them to go, or, you know, a lot of the stuff is further out in development than you would want. And so this is really a nice way for, you know, gamers to get stuff that is coming sooner rather than later. And I think that we all can agree that that would be a good thing, especially given the fact that so many different things are, you know, far and far away in terms of when we're going to get them or when we're going to see them, particularly on the Xbox side. But I do think that, you know, as far as Sony's concerned, they've really kind of mixed it up, and they've really kind of done a good job of getting these things out there and getting people excited. Now, for me, some of this stuff isn't it. You know, like, I personally don't care about a lot of the remasters or the Bloodborns of the world and things like that, but I also completely realize that there's more to gaming than just me and my opinion, and so it is nice to see that a lot of people out there are going to be able to get, you know, something that they've been looking forward to. And looks like we're getting a little bit more than we're looking forward to. So I think we should get started and jump right into this. Let's go. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Crap Gaming, back with another video. Hey, go ahead, do your mama proud. Slap that like button. Slap it hard. Slap that like button. You guys are all crack babies, and we all like those faces. So slap that like button for me, and let's get going. Let's get going, shall we? Hey, what? I built my own PC. I built a PC. No, wait. That was before. So I didn't build a PC. I sent away for a PC. But I'm still a PC aficionado to know enough about consoles. So let's get started, shall we? So anyway, basically, we're going to get started with this. Things are getting close. I mean, obviously, things are getting close, and even though I'm not super excited about things like remasters, this gets me very excited. The idea of a Death Stranding Director's Cut rated for the PlayStation 5, which means it's pretty close to release. After being revealed a few weeks ago at Summer Games Fest event kickoff, Death Stranding Director's Cut has now been rated for the PlayStation 5 by the ESRB. The rating doesn't offer us any details about what we can expect from the game's new content, which was teased back when it was revealed, bar the fact that you can now stealth take down enemies in some stages. Players can perform stealth takedowns of enemies, basically kind of taking them out from behind. Very much Metal Gear Solid-esque, I guess. Nevertheless, the full reveal is expected for Death Stranding Director's Cut in the next few weeks, likely at Sony's Summer Showcase. With the game being a PlayStation 5 exclusive, given that games tend to get rated a few months before release, it seems like we will see Kojima's latest release sometime this fall, likely around September or October, given that Horizon Forbidden West will seemingly aim for a November release date. So again, the fact that the ESRB is rating this thing means quite a bit, actually. You know, we're going to see this game this year. It looks like we're going to be seeing multiple games this year. A lot of people just assumed that it would just be, you know, a situation where we'd get Horizon Forbidden West, but, you know, it's been like non-stop, and even though I'm not a huge remaster fan or whatever, I think this is cool because you're going to be getting like a true version of the game. I'm not sure if this is going to be something that we have to pay for again, or if we can get an upgrade for. Hoping that it's for an upgrade, or at the very least a not full priced upgrade, you know, which I don't mind. You know, obviously developers deserve to get paid, so if they're putting work in, I fully expect that and understand that, and will pay the price to go out there and get these games made or whatever, you know. So hopefully we can do that, you know. But that's not the only bit of very interesting information. So this is something else that I talked about. It looks like we're getting a little bit more information about this as well. According to this, the person who leaked Final Fantasy Origin says an ambitious Bloodborne remaster is releasing on PS5 later this year as well. Now, I did a video about this already, but now we have even more information about it, which I think a lot of people are going to be very interested in, and this makes a lot of sense just in general to have this come out now because a lot of people were asking for it. Obviously, the Demon Souls stuff did extremely well. So, the leaker behind Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin has come out and said that a Bloodborne remastered is on the way this year and called the project very ambitious. Souls Hunt, the person in question, correctly leaked a number of details about Final Fantasy Origin before they were corroborated by journalists, which gives them some credibility. Back on this remaster, apparently, it isn't being developed by Bluepoint or From Software, which is a little surprising. However, a leak last year suggested QLOC were working on the remaster with Bluepoint, so it might just be QLOC developing it in reality with Bluepoint not involved, or offering advice to the team. Either way, right now it's just a rumor and should be taken with a grain of salt, as there's no evidence suggesting we'll see a Bloodborne remaster. But it would be foolish of Sony not to eventually release one, though, as fans are clamoring for it. Although, as Souls Hunt says, don't go expecting a sequel, with From Software preferring to focus on new IP. Even though it's weird, like, I may not be the most From Software aficionado, but it seems like all their new IP are just Souls games in different settings. Maybe I'm wrong on that, I don't know. Like, to me, that's what it seems like. So that's a little bit strange, but very interesting that they kind of say that, and that they kind of go out there on a sort of like this on a little bit of a list or whatever. But yeah, this is very interesting. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about, which would be a bit of a surprise, and again, this could be very interesting, that this is something that comes to fruition on consoles. Now, please take this with an extreme grain of salt, because we don't really know what's going on, but this could be something that would make me extremely happy. So Alan Wake Remastered was spotted on the Epic Game Store backend. Now, if you guys know me, you know one of my favorite games is Alan Wake. I absolutely loved Alan Wake. I thought it was fantastic. I was so pissed at Microsoft for not allowing a sequel to be made. But yeah, they really just there's something about that game, the music, the ambience, the gameplay. It's different. It's, everything was just so amazing about it. Very Twin Peaks kind of thing, and I just loved it so much. But it looks like it's Remedy's working on 5 projects, and it looks like one of them is leaked on the Epic Game Store's backend in the form of Alan Wake Remastered. As spotted by Wario on Twitter, the game was found alongside Final Fantasy VII Remake as expected. This doesn't offer any details as what the project might include, but we would expect to hit both PS5 and PS4 with DualSense support, 4K 60 frames, and a host of other upgrades. What also adds credibility to the Alan Wake Remastered indeed being real is that Remedy is reportedly working on a sequel to Alan Wake, which will release on consoles. With the game now more than a decade old, it makes sense for Remedy to bring the game to more platforms with updated graphics. And again, that's something that I think all of us would probably agree to. And it just really makes a lot of sense. Again, especially now that they own the IP outright anyway, but what they didn't own was the publishing rights for some reason. And I thought that was sort of a weird situation, was that, hey, they have this game, they own the IP, but they didn't own the publishing rights to the game. Microsoft actually did. And of course, instead of getting an exclusive made for his fans, Phil Spencer was like, hey, let's go ahead and, and just give the publishing rights back to Remedy, because who needs games or exclusives when you're Phil Spencer and people think of you instead of games when they think of Xbox, which I'll never understand that as long as I live. How the hell, when you think of the word Xbox, do you think of Phil Spencer and not games, right? Like, I don't care who you are. Honestly, it just makes no sense to do that. A console and a console company, the games should be really the first thing that you think of. But yeah, this is very insane the way that people look at Phil Spencer. I never really seen anything like it, but it's going to be interesting. So with that being said, I really do hope you guys all have a fantastic day. it's been a heck of a ride on the channel, and I'm having fun. I'm like, you guys can probably see that I did a debate the other day on Next Gen's channel, just hilarious. I'm having the most fun I've had in maybe ever on YouTube, and I just want to say thanks. I understand it's a slow process, but I really do appreciate the ones that check out the videos and like the videos and slap that like button. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. I'm humbled by the overwhelming support. Have a fantastic day. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.